Hello, today I will be listening to K1 by kmoe. This is an album that I consistently see being brought up in my comments. I don't know what genre it is, I don't know what I'm in for, but I'm just gonna dive straight in because I keep getting asked to. As always, this whole video will be up uncut, unedited on my Patreon if you're interested. Social media linked below. First track is Dumpster Fire. So fuzzy.
It's a thought that counts. It never counted enough. You left me in the dust, and now I'm coughing it up. I never felt the trust. I never felt any love, and all I had to give. I knew the time that you would help my being. Hope it wanted that you lose all feeling.
Okay. I like the drums. This sounds wild. I do enjoy how noisy it is. Okay, fun. Seems like it's like more of a rock sound with like kind of a chaotic twist. I do love the sound of the guitars in it. I love how like blurry it sounds. Feels like a really catchy song, but like you can definitely feel the angst in it, you know, the way that it's titled Dumpster Fire. There's the like look better in the grease. Like there's like a self-destructiveness to it right away, and I think like the overwhelming style of production really fits that. If it's the thought that counts, it never counted enough. You left me in the dust and now I'm coughing it up. Great start. I think it's a fun listen despite the not super happy lyrics, and I like how like volatile it felt. I like the distortion. Let's just keep going. 1,000-yard stare. Down. Like it's so crunchy sounding. I like it.
Can you feel the teeth in my mouth gnashing between the doubt on your tongue? I'll never be the person you wanted me to be.
Yeah, I'm very into the production of this. Sounds great. And it's all pretty.
You heard the news, didn't pass. Nothing new, stays the same. I'll go insane, change my name.
Interesting
Take a
vocals.
chunk out of my brain. Tell me something I don't know. Will my feelings ever show?
Such an addictive
on the
little
surface
melody.
or below?
The texture of it all is so satisfying on the ears. Yeah, that's gonna get stuck in my head for sure, especially this like second verse here. Again with those like fuzzy shoegazy guitars that I really like. You know, obviously this song is like at least partially about dissociation, you know, like 1,000-yard stare stuck in my head while she lies there alone. And yeah, I like that moment where it like opens up and like focuses more on the vocals and then it like all comes crashing down again. Yeah, it sounds like really nostalgic to me in a sad way. I feel like I got like a lot of loneliness from it. I am into this so far. That was also very catchy, much like the first song. Next up is Watershed.
Stomach's turning, I don't need it. Numbing cold, I'm losing feeling. Why do I feel like I don't need anyone?
kind of reminds me of Ghost Holding, which is cool, because I really love that album. Like, it's pretty, but it's also quite depressing. Which I'm into. Yeah, this one feels a bit more relaxed. Still like that distortion though. Alright, just gonna get right into Idiot. Most of these songs are very short, so I might not pause between every single one. My brain. Harsh, like, piercing sound in the background. Another really infectious chorus, though. So much anxiety in all these songs. Cool outro. Yeah, I like the way that one ended. That was a fun little twist. Didn't see that coming. Yeah, there's just something about the sound of this album that feels like very volatile, and I feel like it really matches all of the anxiety behind these lyrics. Very moody. I think, like, overall, like, the production of this album is what is really working for me. Like, it just feels really exciting to listen to. Like, all the different sounds and textures are so satisfying. So, yeah. Let's keep going. Head first. Okay. Groovy. Bit more intense, I would say. It's obviously been a lot of, like, 90s influence in this so far, whereas this feels very modern in comparison. This one is so bouncy. It's like still got a bit of the uneasiness, but this one feels like such a rush of energy. let it go right into Do I Keep You Up?
From her head in the ring like a circus, Justine clanking, coquette necklace, sitting on your chest. Essence, put it on the line for a fit pic. One night shift, 3 months, full-time job now. No car, no time, acting like a crash out. Swore I'd be far from this town now.
And more of that like punchy, bouncy energy from the last song.
I'm gone when you need me most. Isn't it the same when I'm here?
The choruses on this album are so good.
Do I keep you up at night, waiting by the phone? Do I keep
Feels like we're getting more of like an electronic sound as this goes on. Another one that I feel like will definitely get stuck in my head. He certainly has a knack for writing catchy songs, that's for sure. Work the night shift, 3 months, full-time job now. No car, no time, acting like a crash out. I swore I'd be far from this town now. Got one more chance left to get out. Yeah, there's certainly like a nervous energy throughout the whole album, which again, like really comes through in the sound of it. Like you can really feel the restlessness in it, if that makes sense. I do kind of wish it was longer. I would have liked to have gotten that chorus one more time, but I don't know. I feel like I can just replay it, so it's fine. Next track is Bloodbath, Dance. There's the danciness. Yeah, this is fun. Definitely makes you want to move. Fitting title. Yeah, not to dismiss like the darker parts of these songs, but this is just such a great time. Okay, what a bop. Carpet is next. It's funny seeing 4 minutes long and being like, oh god, that's so long.
One step forward, 2 steps back. How am I gonna stay on track? Has it always been like that? Honestly, I could care less what you think about me. How am I gonna stay on? How am I gonna stay on track? Read my future in these clouds. Is someone gonna shut me down? Can't quit shaking, let me out.
Yeah, this still has that like haziness from the first few tracks, but in a much different way.
How am I gonna stay on? How am I gonna stay on track? How am I gonna stay on? How am I gonna stay?
Yeah, I feel like because of the runtime of this one, it doesn't feel quite as like tightly packed as the others. I feel like it has a bit more room to breathe, which I think is a good thing. It's like more of like a mesmerizing feeling to this one.
Read my future in these clouds. Is someone gonna shut me down? Can't quit shaking, let me out. Can't you tell I wanna be
that one benefited from the extra minute or so. I feel like there's like more time to get into the vibe and everything. I think like since I do love the way that these songs sound, it is nice that there's like more time to sink into it. This one like feels a bit more immersive, I would say, and it like makes those drops feel even more rewarding. It really does feel like we've kind of like moved on from the more guitar-based stuff in the beginning, which is interesting. It feels like we're more in this like electronic area now. All right, Aired Out is next.
I know I have a tough time just trying to remember how we met, but I know you better than I know myself. I know you better than I know myself. I know you better than that. Once had a hard time trying just to get into your head. Now I know you better than I know myself. Put my face up to the glass just to know how it felt. Maybe a little more before you ask.
We're going somewhere.
I can't take this noise. I'm paranoid. I might finally pull me back up while I end this picture.
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt more airy because aired out, but it still has that harshness, which is cool. That's squeaky noise throughout.
Back up while I end this picture.
Interesting. Some interesting outros on this album. It's fun though. Having a twist at the end of the songs. Okay, cool ending. That one goes crazy. And yeah, like the fact that this is all self-produced is really impressive to me because it all sounds great. And I know that I'm going to be finding like new little details in these songs every time I re-listen for a while. Feels very cathartic, feels like big and dramatic. And yeah, that outro is insane. It like feels jarring in the best way. Let's keep going. You ruined it. I can definitely hear some Quebec in this too. Just a bit more aggressive on this one. Like some of these sounds are just so satisfying on the ears. Oh, hello. Alright, next track is Don't Be Like a Mouse. Interesting title.
Feeling much worse now than when I started. If this is what we live for, I don't want it anymore.
Feels strange to hear his vocals so directly, not like buried under all the instrumentals.
How did you get out? How did you get out? Inhumane. You've got made me this way.
That melody reminds me of something, but I don't know what. I do like the softer guitar. Yeah, this feels a lot more restrained. Alright, well, nice song and all. What the fuck does "Don't Be Like Mouse" mean? kmoe is referencing a famous animation of a lonely mouse eating a Smartie. Right. Okay. That explains it. If God made me this way, then I don't think he trusts me. I don't think he thinks like me at all. I don't think he's seeing what I've seen. It's written on the wall. It was nice to hear something a bit more gentle. Felt very tender in comparison to everything else. That being said, let's get into the final track, at least on streaming, The Way I Should.
I'm a dead man walking along the shoulder of the road. And I cut it close this time.
Keeping the softer sound going.
Tripped over a dirt pile, decided to stay. I've gone away for good, the way I should. Your silence,
The instrumental feels more like the first few tracks. Kind of feels like we're like circling back.
why did you put it all on to me again? And I thought that I was dreaming, and I woke up in a landfill, decided to stay. And lay down for old time's sake.
Yeah, I'm glad that final chorus hits.
For me, I've gone away for good.
Feels like we needed to end on kind of a burst of noise. So I'm glad it does that. And lay down for old time's sake. Don't wait here for me. I've gone away for good the way I should. Yeah, it's an interesting album. I think like in the beginning I thought it was going to be more of that like shoegaze rockier kind of direction, and then it seemed like it transformed into something like a little bit more digital sounding. It also started off like feeling pretty overwhelming, and then those last few tracks definitely felt a lot less abrasive. Like I said earlier, he's great at writing catchy songs. I feel like I'm looking forward to re-listening to most of these, and yeah, I would say like overall, I got a very nostalgic feeling from this album, and I think like despite all the angst in the lyrics, it was still really fun to listen to. Favorite tracks, Dumpster Fire was a great opener. 1,000 Yard Stare was also very cool. I could see myself listening to that one a ton. Do I Keep You Up was great. I also really liked Aired Out. Feel free to let me know what you think about this album, what your favorite tracks are. I would love to hear your thoughts. If there's anything else that you would like me to check out on the channel, definitely let me know. Recommendations are very helpful. Yeah, this whole video is up uncut, unedited on my Patreon if you're interested. Social media linked below. I will hopefully see you next time for whatever I listen to next. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.